This is Marc Kramer, Senior Lecturer of Entrepreneurship at VinUniversity and host of Asian Founders and Funders. Today, our guest is Tu Anh Mak, founder CEO of Haiku Bell Shop, a costume rental company. So we're so thrilled to have you today. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you guys.
So let's start off with telling us about what grade are you in right now?
Well, I'm currently studying at first year at Fulbright University.
So you're a freshman at Fulbright University.
Yeah.
And what are you majoring in right now?
Well, actually, we in Fulbright we kind of choose the major in the second year, so I haven't choose my major now.
And you started this costume business. Tell us about how you came up with this idea and why you started it.
Well, actually, I've been a cosplayer for like 6 years. And when I started my business, I wanted to bring great costumes and to people to rent it. And also, well, in the costume community, the cosplay community, we don't have many shop with good costume that people can trust in and rent the costume. So and they have to do it by themselves. So I opened this shop with the willingness for to have people renting the costume so that it will be more like easy for them to cosplay and to like make cosplay more widespread in Vietnam.
How did you start to market this business when you got it off the ground? How did people even know you existed?
Well, actually, since I've been in the cosplay community, people have already know about me and know about my amazing cosplay photo shoots. So they find me to rent my costumes. And it is not also about me. It is also about building the the brand image, about maybe it is I mean when I started the business, I have to invest in the image of the costumes. I have to make it like looking properly and making it attracting the customers. So I like at first I started in Facebook, and not only by posting the pictures but also get into groups of cosplay communities to reach out to a wide range of cosplayers. And I also booked KOLs for wearing my costumes so that people will know more about my shop.
Well, you've done a good job with this. How many people actually, wear costumes, and what do they wear costumes for? Like, why do people come to your shop? What events are they running costumes for?
Yeah, well, actually, in our cosplay community, we have a festival every weekend. So, in every weekend, there are many demands for renting costumes, and and it is not so also in the weekends. It is also in like daily lives where people wanted to wear the costume to become who they wanted, and also doing the like gorgeous photo shoots that represents the characters, like they wanted to cosplay the characters that they like. So yeah, that is when people uses the costume, and they also use costumes in performance. There are many companies out there or maybe events out there that need costumes for their events, or maybe like for advertising, for large games like Hoyoverse games like Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail. They also rent the costume from me so that they can get their KOLs on TikToks to cosplay their characters to advertise for their games.
And how did you finance your business? Where did the money come from to start this?
Well, actually, when I first start my business, I was only I first start having the costumes for rent. I was only in grade 10. Like, I only have the the lucky money from every Vietnamese year. Yeah, it was only about 3 million Vietnam dong. So I only bought about one costumes. And like, fortunately, it was when the Japanese cartoon of that character came out, and there were like many people who wanted to rent, and it like the costume was like completely full, like people booked, it was fully booked. So yeah, so after that I have the enough money to buy another costume, one and another. So so until now I have about 100 costumes.
Congratulations. That's exciting. 100 costumes. That's
Yeah.
great. And how many other people supply costumes in Vietnam? Is this like a common business, or it's hard to find costumes to rent?
Well, actually, it is kind like not too common to see a costume like a costume for rent in Vietnam. Well, but in our cosplay community, it is there are many people who have the costumes for rent. But like if you are able to find a shop who which can provide you costumes and work professionally, it's not too many shop, like people just having the costume to rent for like in their maybe in their Facebook account, or maybe just having it advertised in the Facebook groups.
And so when people are renting costumes, how do you differentiate yourself from the folks who just rent costumes on Facebook or whatever? How do you differentiate your business?
Yeah, actually, like I said before, there are many places who many people who have the costume for rent, but the costumes are not always really good, really looking good. And because when people wearing costume, when people cosplay, they have the demand to be looking beautiful and gorgeous, so that in the festival there are many people who they will kind of attract photographers to taking pictures for them, and they wanted to look properly, they wanted to look like their characters. So I mean, there has to be a place who they can trust, and having like I mean good wigs, good costumes. So I think that the thing that differentiates me from other like shops is that my customers can fully trust me. Yeah, because there are many customers from my shop, they just like when the character first came out and we don't have the picture of the costume, they still like they still like transfer me all the money for the characters, for renting the characters without even looking at the costumes, because they have the trust in me. Like I mean, like I can feel like the customers can feel comfortable while trusting in my shop and let me manufacture the costume for them.
Do you have a physical shop, or do you do it out of your house? And how do they get the costumes? Do they come to you, or do you have a grab driver drop them off? How's that work?
Well, actually, I have a like a small, not, it is not like a shop, which it is like a small place to place all of my costumes, because my house isn't big enough for all of the costumes. So yeah, maybe like it is depends on the customers. Well, if they want it it to be delivered at their house, then I will just deliver it in their house. But if they wanted to come to try it on and bring it back home, then they can just go to there.
And are you hoping to expand this business? Like, is this a short-term business for you, or can you see growing this business where it's, a substantial national business, or even maybe doing it internationally?
Well, actually, I haven't think about internationally yet, but I'm thinking of that Vietnamese cosplay community is expanding like in an intense rate. So I think that it is a potential business that might be that I wanted to develop it larger, but I haven't think about internationally yet.
And, what's the biggest mistake you've ever made in business, and what did you learn from it?
Yeah, actually, like the last time, I mean, the largest mistake for me is that I've chosen the wrong partner to collab. Well, at the last time when I first opened this business, I have collab with a partner, and she was like not and after that, I mean, she was like not doing anything, and she gave all the work to me. And I mean, all of the things about advertising, marketing, or maybe managing my employees. So she didn't do anything, and then she got really criticized. She got intense criticized on the social media, and it also affects my business a lot. And I have to rebuild a whole new shop. So a whole new page, a whole new shop. So after that, I've learned the lessons of choosing a good partner.
You're not the first person that said that. We have a lot of people that I interview say the same thing. That's always like kind of the biggest mistake they make, and that's something that they learned from. And maybe you'll have future partners, but you'll now have a stronger criteria for determining if somebody is a good fit for you or not. Do you read about business? Like, how did you learn about business?
Well, actually, my passion for starting a business is just like kind of a like innate personality, like an innate and inborn personality, because both my parents, they started their own business, and they kind of success. So I was inspired by them, and I've learned about business like mostly from my parents. Like they teach me very valuable lessons.
Is there other businesses that you want to get into? Do you have have you envisioned doing other things besides this current business?
Yeah, I do, but I don't have a clear category yet. Well, I wanted to actually I what I wanted to make is a study cafe, like a study cafe that provides the places for people to go there and sit all day for their work or study, because I really like a study cafe. But well, I haven't really think about a like a new business yet.
Like, I, initially, when somebody would hear study cafe, they figure, oh, you know what, I can go to Highlands or anywhere to do it. But I think what's missing is if you created a study cafe where it's not that there are fun snacks to eat, not the same snacks that they serve everywhere, which is croissants and small cakes, that if you came up with healthy snacks and
Yeah.
maybe just did it a totally different way, there might be a real a business there, especially if you could position an area where a lot of young people or young professionals who work virtually want to get out of the house and work in an environment where they're around people. So there might be an opportunity there for sure.
Yeah, yeah, because I am also one of those person. I like frequently go to cafe study, and I really like the environment there. So yeah, that is kind of one of my intention.
Excellent, excellent. Um, what's your future plans? Like, what do you want to do in the future besides this particular business? Is there anything else you have plans for?
Yeah, I wanted to involve in a more serious, like a more serious business, because I wanted to, well, I wanted to go to university and study more and more, so that I have the more like foundation knowledge, so that I can have the power. I mean have the, yeah, I have the foundation to develop more, and then I have more experience, and therefore I can create a more like maybe a more serious business that will yeah.
Actually, I think your business is wonderful because it allows people to escape and reduce their stress. I mean, I think you're in the stress reduction business that people can play out fantasies, right? By wearing your costumes. And I think you're really helpful to people's mental health. I think that's what you actually do. It's not just running costumes, you're helping
Yeah.
with people's mental health. So I give you a lot of credit, and your family must be very proud of you to build such a nice business. And I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me today about your business.
Yeah, it's really nice to speak with you.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I wish you all
Yeah.
the best.